used to illustrate is profane.
Okay, that makes sense.
Somebody said profanity and I showed up. Oh God. Oh God.
Welcome.
Gorgeous. Hey, let me interrupt you. I'm sorry. It sounds like your conversation was cool. Maddalena, how are you doing?
Pretty good.
Okay. How do you feel after your exam and after having read Unit 11 and worked on Unit 11?
Good.
Good. That's it. Just good.
Yeah.
No, there's no cosmic weight oppressing you that there was so much material in this
Yeah, there's a
chapter.
lot. I need help a little bit with let's see. The genitive absolute. I don't really understand that quite yet. And I didn't get to memorize all the vocab. But other than that, I read through everything and I worked on some exercises. So
That's a perfect place to start is with the genitive absolute. We'll go to vocabulary quick, but yeah, they've packed a lot of grammar into this one, and we're going to look at a few kind of unique constructions. The genitive absolute is important because some authors love to abuse it, and it's usually the smarties. So Galen, for example, he's using that thing all the time. So yeah, it's a tool. It's just another tool in the belt, and another thing for them to create these ridiculously complex sentences with, right? That we can that we can go through. Before we go to vocabulary, I want to give you your time's worth, and I want you to go directly to the readings. You know, because we need something. Did you get it? You didn't get a chance to look at these because I wanted you to focus on
no,
exercises.
I
right?
didn't look at them yet. No.
Fantastic. No, that's all the more reason, right, for us to look at them. Let's just warm up with one of these readings. Now, you've got Agathon on page 335. Notice where we are. You're on page 300 and something, right? More of Aristotle. Let's just go with I want you to read this 5th century tragic poet. Now, I know you're looking at it for the first time.
Yeah.
And I want you just to, this is 333, right? Oh,
Yeah.
God. Let's give him a shot. See what we've got. Go ahead.
Okay. Techne tuchen is there ke kai tuche techne.
Yeah, look at it. It's kind of sounds funny, doesn't it? Just reading it sounds funny. Techne tuchen esterkse. Kai tuche technen. Oh God, it's kind of melodious. Okay, while I'm stalling for you, look at the verbs. Stergo. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
It's got, look at its principal parts are pretty good, except for, look at its perfect. Estorca. Oh, that doesn't look real perfectly, right? Can't you reduplicate
Estorca.
something here, right? Stergo. Notice the vowels, the vowel change from the epsilon to the omicron in the perfect. I just want you to see that. Switches back. Something's going on with this thing's perfect, right? Please start noticing. We need to start noticing some of that stuff. And it means to be content with. Yeah, to acquiesce in, to love. It's one of our words for love, that moron. Oh, who is that? Who is that monist moron who wrote the Four Loves? What was it? C.S. Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, C.S. Lewis, right? Who pretended to know Greek but didn't. right? He was not a, he
Mhm.
was no, I'm serious. He was not a classicist. He did not have this training, right?
Mhm.
He had what all the schoolboys had, and he thought that specially qualified him to tell you about. No, no, no. He's not a reader of ancient Greek. Watch. 2K. What is 2K? It's fortune.
Good fortune, yeah.
Okay, so look, just let's take a walk through it. You know, the verb is esterkse. And they have a note, by the way. They have a note, so look at the bottom. This is a
Mhm.
gnomic aorist expressing a timeless general truth. Look at that. Look at
Wow.
that. A gnomic aorist. Okay, now if you translated this openly, are you going to be able to see that? They're going to have to put a note there. Look, it's so what the Greek is doing is so complex. They got to note something that it's going to normally you're going to skip this, right? But it's there
Right.
in the Greek. A gnomic aorist. Don't forget that. It's an aorist that expresses a timeless general truth. Oh God. Okay. See the appendix 733. Go to page 733. Boom. Boom. You see where this stuff takes us? Boom. Uh, Retained accusative, subject, infinitive, predicate, accusative, accusative.
Oh
Where's
my
the
goodness.
gnomic aorist in here? Did I go to the right page? No. I said to go to page 730.
On
Seven.
TFs, probably.
Where's
Seven.
733? Boom. 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 Why did it land here? That's just. Oh God. I have some kind of curse. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom. Oh my God, you like, listen, I've got my old man cane here. Just give me a second. Okay. Now, where's our gnomic aorist? Where is it? Counterfactual, conditional. Boom. There it is. Okay. A gnomic aorist is an aorist expressing a general truth. A gnomic aorist governs primary sequence. And look what
Mm,
they do. They give us a present general conditional. What's our present general? It's a does, right? With a
yeah.
noun aorist replacing the present indicative in the apodosis. God, now I'm serious. Are you going to analyze this? Right? Now, just think for a minute. Just think for a minute. When you're doing your work, realize you're being required, Maddalena, to do things that
Uh-huh.
somebody in biblical studies is never going to have to do. Right? We're
Yeah.
trying to identify a gnomic aorist. Okay.
Okay.
I like how they say pay the penalty. Diken edoken. Right?
Penalty.
They're giving justice. They're giving
Mm-hmm.
justice, right? E antistuto poi say if someone does this thing, what happens, right? Edoken, diken. Notice how it's he pays the penalty, not he paid the penalty.
Yeah.
If you are trying to pilot ancient Greek off of the tenses, you're going to wreck your ship. It's just the way it is. You have to recognize this is a conditional sentence and it's going to have specific rules then. Okay. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
plus we have a purpose clause
Yeah.
appended to it. Isn't that nice?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
Hina.
Okay. He pays the penalty. Why? Because we're telling you something that is a general truth, a reality of life. And so we're expressing that in the present. So let's go back to our example
Okay.
on page 333, which is exactly half of 666. And we're going to say techne tuchen esterxa. Go ahead. Translate this fucker.
All right.
2K is a lady, by the way.
Mm, It's feminine.
Yeah. No, not just because
No?
the noun is feminine.
Oh,
No,
okay.
touche.
Cool.
Touche is a lady.
Nice. Fortune. Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Skill.
You're a barbarian. And when you see
Yeah.
fortune, you think of a concept. If you were a singing Greek and you see fortune, you're thinking of a lady.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Fortuna.
you try to communicate this to people and they don't get it. Until it's battered you so much in the Greek that all of a sudden the concepts become individuals. They become like living entities. Anyway, yeah, okay. So what do you think? Look, techne looks like a nominative case. That's good.
Yeah.
Toucan
So,
looks like an accusative. Yeah, we're good. You're good. Do this thing.
okay. Mm, uh, so skill loves fortune and fortune skill.
Yes, 100%. 100%. Skill
So
loves
silly.
fortune. Yeah.
But it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you're reading
He's
Greek, right?
content with. Mhm.
Yeah, you're reading Greek. Put up 2K. I want to see 2K here. Oh, God, that's
Yeah.
so.
Two.
Yep. Let me
I
do
want to
this.
see it too. Tigo.
Yes. Fortuncano. God. What I just said was this verb that they listed.
Fortucano. Oh,
Yeah, I said Portuncano.
oh,
Put a little bit
okay.
of the in. Put a little bit of the in there sound when you get the gamma and the he together. Tuncano. Yeah, I said Portuncano because that's the verb that tije is derived from. What does it mean? The act. The act of a god. You thought it was chance or some shit like that, right? The act of a god. Wait a minute. What is tuncano then? Go right to the verb, Maddalena. Whenever you're trying to figure out what the hell a word actually means, go to the verb right away that it's drawn from. So, A, we have just happen to be at a place, happen to one, happen to be something that comes to one's lot. At number 4. Under 5, actually. Neuter part, tujon is the neuter participle of tunjano. The third principal part is etujon. It's a second aorist. Okay, so we're going to get into the participle of that second aorist. And what is it when you just take this verbal thing, this action, and you create a noun out of it, right?
Yeah.
Something is happening. What is happening? What is the perhapsitude, right? The perchanciness. What is actually happening? Okay, so take that now, and now you're gonna want to say what is what is 2K then? That happening, that perchancing, put it into skin, right? It becomes your
Yeah.
action. Your action. And notice that the very first word here under A in Greek is tuchai, right? After teocho and tuchon. Tuchai daimon,
Daimon.
by
Yeah.
the act of a god. How did it happen? By the act of a daimon. Okay. Tuche is, look at number 2. Anankayatuhe. Anankayatuhe. Who is she? It's a way of referring to Ananke. Ananke, or necessity. And you see they also put their fate.
Oh, nice.
Right? Ananke. Now, if you see that name Ananke, you're going to know you're going to recognize because you've been reading Orphic fragments, which you can access. You right now can access those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you turn to those, you're going to find her, Ananke. Notice it's capitalized. And she is that lover of Eros. You remember, the universe only exists when Ananke and Eros become separated. There's a process of creation that happens between Ananke and Eros that makes this dimension. I don't understand it, but whatever. Okay, fine. Right? Regarded as an agent or cause beyond human control. Fortune, providence, faith. Look at how many. Well, is it providence? Providentia. That's a fucking Latin term, right? Anyway, fortune and fate. Right? What's your chance? What's the thing that you do? It is your success or your ill success. Your life is a record of some sort of ill fortune or good fortune, right? Isn't it neat? I mean, it's weird the way that they think. You know what I mean? The quality.
Yeah, I love that.
Look at number 4. The quality of the fortune or fate may be indicated by an adjective. Right? Okay. And then they give you a gazillion fucking examples, right? Look at just down here at the bottom. Sorry to curse so much. I hope your kids can't hear me.
Oh, no, they're sleeping.
Good. Tuche agathe. Boy, you've got them on a good schedule. Good for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, that takes discipline. No, I'm serious. That takes discipline to do that. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That good fortune. That good fortune, right? Here's the genitive. You can use it with genitive of possession. That's right. Look at now here. Oh, God. Good fortune, destiny, almost equals a daimon. Right? So when Socrates talks about his daimon, his personal daimon, that is his tuche.
Wow.
Is that a different entity? No, he and his daimon are one. But as Socrates says, his daimon will tell you, it'll tell him when he's doing wrong. So that is his fortune. The manifestation of that daimon is his being. Right. So there's a lot of you once you start reading a lot of these Greek authors who are obsessed with what tuche is, all of a sudden it becomes it becomes clear to you as you're translating. Look here at the bottom. Do not skip. I know we're spending a lot of time on this, right? But do not skip over these astrological uses or whenever it says Pythag. Because that shit is popular as hell. We've got a ton of literature, right? So we know it's influential. We know it's influential, incredibly influential. And look at number 5, the astrological uses. Who is Tuche? She is Selene. She's Selene.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice? Okay, so next time you're reading, this is Vettius Valens, a Roman astrologer, and you're saying, wait a minute, why are they quoting Roman astrologers who were writing in Latin? because astrology is Greek and they're going to be using all the Greek terms, right? It's just the way it is. Agatha Kleros, the Kleros of the moon, that lot, right? What is that? You can have Agatha and Kake. Anyway, number 6, Pythagorean, it's the name for 7. It's the name for 7. Did you know that chance, the event that happens when you and your daimon come together, did you know that that is the number 7? Have you read the theology of arithmetic?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. If we want to understand the Bible, we're going to have to understand the Pythagorean theology of arithmetic. So someday I want you just to put a pin in it. And someday I want you to come back to that text and read why. No, God, should we? If I had it right, I've got it. Burgundy. It's my burgundy little theology of arithmetic. Okay, if I'll look for it, and next time I will bring it and I will read you how the number 7 is composed, and it will blow your mind. And
I can't wait.
you won't. You'll be like, "Oh God, I never thought about the universe like this." Right? But there you go. Maybe one of the voices in your head can get off its butt and bring us the theology of arithmetic, the Pythagorean theology of arithmetic. I'm just kidding, guys. I bet there's a text for it, though. No, let's not. Let's get back to the work. Just kidding, voices. Now, look, you translated Greek, right? Yeah, let's go. Underneath that is another one, but let's go. We need to get rolling. Go to the vocabulary. And can you read through the vocabulary from Unit 11? This is page 324. Can you just read through it?
Sure. Alrighty. A-E? A-E?
I, right?
Always. Aitios, aitia, aition. Responsible for, guilty of. Aitia, aitias. Responsibility, guilt, cause.
Yeah, aitia. That's a very, very important word. Doesn't sound like it, but it is. Good they taught you.
Akuo, akusomai, akusa, ikekoa, akustein.
Very good.
Be spoken of.
Notice in parentheses, it's telling you. It's telling you in parentheses, it takes an accusative, right, of the thing heard or a genitive of the person heard. So it's going to throw you every once in a while that this verb is taking an accusative or a genitive. So just realize that, extremely common. Also think etiology from the word above it. Let's go to auto. Look what they gave you next. Autos, aute, auto. And they tell you can use this as an attributive. You can use it as a predicate, right? It's a pronoun. Adjective pronoun. Okay, good. We'll look at how we'll look at how it's used. I'm sorry. Keep going. What is afron?
Afron, senseless, foolish.
What does that mean?
Foolish?
Yeah. What is something that's foolish?
Unwise, perhaps?
Yeah. Can you be a little more like, what do you mean?
Without your mind.
Yeah.
Afron without Aphrodite, maybe.
No, that's a good guess, right? That's a good guess, but no, in this case, this is a different root. Midriff.
Midriff.
It's
What?
your area of your passion. It's the place where your bodily appetites are, like hunger.
Hmm.
That's what your frame is. It's where your hunger is. So, why did I say this? What was the. Oh, because the vocabulary here, we're back to vocabulary, is afron. And that fron is the frame, right? The vowels are changing, right? But it's the same root. Oh, look, Gordon, I'm going to sodomize you. Afron, foolish, without that frame. So, okay. Yeah. Without that place where your hunger comes from. It's not quite what you thought it was, is it? See what I mean, Maddalena? We're off just a little bit. We can put general definitions up there like foolish, but foolish doesn't tell you anything about what your frame is. And your frame is that center, your midriff. It's right above, they said, I was just coincidentally reading this last night. It's right above your liver. Isn't that nice? So if you want to understand where your center of passion is, where all that's coming from, where your hunger is coming from, it's coming from above your liver. And if you don't have that, because it's all this word is, this adjective, if you don't have that, you put an alpha privative on the front of it, all of a sudden you're something else. Now, for now, you can think senseless or foolish. But the more you see this word afron, you're going to build a definition of it. And you're going to say, oh, yeah, okay, that's what it means. Good. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt. Go, do balo.
Balo, 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 bebleka, beblemai, ebeblazing. How to throw or hit with an object. Bulomai, buleusumai, bebulemai, bebulemai, ebulesing. To want. Gune, gunekos, woman, wife. Dechomai, dexomai, edexamen, amen. Edexamen, dedegmai, apodechomai.
Yeah, now that
So that was to
apodecomai.
receive. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's a different verb, but they put it under there. They put it under there like it is part of decomai. It's just decomai plus apo. So you can receive something, or you can receive something apo. And when you put the apo in there, it means, look, they put favorably, right? To accept, right? Willingly. Oh, God. And then they say that you can add the prefix ace, and it means into. Good. Keep going.
Entausta. Here, there, or then. Epidan. After, when, whenever. Hepta. 7.
And thank goodness hepta never changes its forms, right? It says it's indeclinable. It's not, it's always going to appear. Their numbers, this numeral system they've got, it's always going to appear the same, indeclinable, hepta. That's all you, just like hex for 6. Now you got to just remember hepta for 7. Heptachord having 7 strings, right?
Heptachord, yeah. Eros, erotos, love. Kairos, kairu, right moment. Kalos, kalos, beauty. Kerux, kerukos, herald. Lambano, Lepsomai, elabon, elefa, elemai, elefthane, take, octo, 8. Hote, whenever.
Before we go on,
Oh, okay. All
let
right.
me interrupt and say you said kairos was the right moment. Kairos, what is a right moment in your mind?
The present? I don't know. Kairos.
Okay, here it
Let's
is.
see. To measure proportion, fitness, distinction, point, beyond measure.
It's your due measure. Yeah. Your due measure. You got what was right. Your fitness is what is your proportional reality. You have received what is your due measure. This is your season. Right? When you go temporal with it, look at number 3. When you go temporal and it says more frequently, which means they're taking this concept of due measure and they're booting it. They're combining it with time to come up with this idea of what I think is most telling, opportunity.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
They use this word in the medical field. You'll notice Hippocrates' aphorisms, HP, APH.
Mm-hmm.
They use this in the medical field to indicate the exact critical time in a disease when treatment will turn the tide. So your opportunity in the medicine, and there's a very famous Hippocratic saying that your opportunity is fleeting. You have to grab it at the right time. You have to know what your kairos is, right? You have to know your times. Look at in the plural, number 4 here. Hoi kairoi, the times. That is the state of affairs. Yeah. What are the kairoi right now? What are the state of affairs? Are we in danger? Right? Is there some kind of advantage for us, or are we in? What are our odds? All of that from this one concept of proportion. Right? You and I don't associate proportion with opportunity. I know you think, just like I do, that those are two different concepts. For the Greeks, those are related. When you take kairos and inject it into time, you get opportunity, not proportion, not what you and I consider proportion. Your opportunity is your proportion. Please explain that. Oh God. Okay, so kairos, back to the text. No. Back to the text. Kairos, the right moment.
Season, opportunity.
Okay.
Window of opportunity.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. And oftentimes Greek is going to do that. It's going to do that with another of your words that you're seeing here at the bottom today, hubris. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Hubris.
I
So if
noticed
they
that
put
earlier.
insolence, what the fuck is insolence? Because
Yeah,
every
I was
student that
thinking
sees this has a
insolent.
different understanding of what insolence is. What is insolence? What were you thinking when you were thinking about it?
I don't really know what insolence is, but I assumed it was like some sort of incapability or ignorance. Yeah.
Don't be so insolent. You don't want to be insolent, right? It doesn't sound like something you want to be.
Mm.
Being insolent As you can see in A here, insolence is in there, right? On the first line. Being insolent is a form of wanton violence. Wanton is without any sort of suppression or control, right? Wanton is wanton violence is violence with license. Okay, violence. The ability when Ehud Barak did what he did to Virginia, that was hubris. Okay,
Yeah.
that is the perfect example of hubris. Hubris is originally with the Greeks a charge. It is an official charge. I am charging you with hubris. When you walk up to your neighbor and punch him in the face, that's hubris. What gives you the license to be violent in that way? You are insolent. This stuff comes from your pride. It's only pride. Would you think you were better than your neighbor? You could walk up and punch him in the face. You can't do that. It's an outrage. Look at number 2. It's an outrage. Look at number English 2 or Arabic numeral 2. An outrage on the person, especially violation or rape. And they start talking about the gunaikon. Rape itself is hubris. You can translate hubris as rape. All right. It is in law a term covering all the more serious injuries done to a person. All right. What? Look at the bottom. What is an hubristes? I'll just click on this one so it'll go back up to the top. What is an hubristes? It's a violent, wanton, licentious, insolent man. All right. Look at number 2 underneath. Especially, it's opposed to the sophron. That person with prudence, right? That person who has the frein, who is engaging the frein, is not lustful or lewd or insolent or rapey. Right?
Yeah.
So you can see it's a whole, and don't miss pride, right? They're joining pride and arrogance is often joined with hubris. It's only excessively arrogant people who believe they can be hubristes and get away with it.
Yeah.
So all of that is tied up in your one word for, whoops, there's my TLG. Boop. There's my Septuagint. Where did I put my, oh God, I've lost oh, no, it's not. People, don't show my email if you get it. Where'd it go? There it is. Fantastic. Insolence. So now do you have kind of a better idea of what hubris is?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Arrogant, prideful, violent, violence.
Yes. Let me tell you the secret physics of life, and we'll take a break.
Okay.
The secret physics of life. But this is important lexical work. You need this. Okay. So that's why I'm bothering to give it to you. There's a course of events that happens naturally. It is a cycle that starts with koros. That koros, that abundance of goods, that abundance of material things, that abundance leads to hubris. Like a disease, it infects the person. A person who suddenly has a whole bunch of things becomes hubristes. They gain the perception that their license is such that they can wantonly violate other people. So they get this hubris and they begin to exercise that hubris, and the more koros that is given to them, the more hubris they express. And that hubris finally leads to the third element of the universe, which is Ate. Ate, and I want to put Ate up here because she is gorgeous. Oh, God. Koros, hubris, and Ate produces this goddess. Look at this.
Mischief.
I love this bewilderment and infatuation. Isn't that cool that those are now we're trying to define a concept with multiple English words, right? From what we've read, right? It's infatuation caused by blindness or delusion. And then they specify, sent by the gods, blah, blah, blah. But then they say, Ate personified, the goddess of mischief, author of rash actions. Notice that she's coupled with Erinus, the fury. Ate is a sister to the fury, right? Now, she isn't just that source of conflict, that mischief. She is also the consequence, right? She is the reckless guilt or sin. She's the bane, the ruin. So the ill fate of the individual. It's something that you're going to have to pay. Ate is going to collect. But I just wanted you to see with number 2, she becomes that thing that she is punishing, right? Reckless guilt or sin. It's like people were saying, look, there's a very simple universe out there, and all we have to do is show you how the physics work. Somebody gets a lot of things, they become insolent against other people, and that becomes their bane. Oh, God. Oh, God. How are you going to pull that out of these words, man? How are you? You got to realize that's what, and when a biblical scholar comes along and doesn't read any of this and doesn't know any of this, how the fuck are they going to translate properly? They're not. They can't. Okay. All right. Let's take a 15-minute. I want to take a 15-minute to the top of the hour. Okay. Clear your mind, and I want to start with the genitive absolute, and I want to look at some structural. I want to do some structural stuff, and then we're going to jump to the exercises and just try to hammer it in. See what we can. See what we can make stick. I'm glad that you're. I'm glad that you're enduring. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy it, to be honest.
Yeah. Do you really? Are you really enjoying it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay. With a fair amount of pain, there can still be joy, right?
Yeah. There's both, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Good, good, good. I like to remind my students to look in the mirror and say, it is still inspiring you, despite all of the repetition and all of the work and all of the muscle building and whatnot. Fantastic. Okay, I'll shut up.
The inspiration's overwhelming. Okay.
Oh, good. Fantastic. Good, good. I'm going to tell people that. Okay.
Good.
Talk to you.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Pate.
All right. Let's go back to page 317 and just walk through to make sure we've got everything down. Look at the verbs. They tell us partial deponents, right? They're going to have middle passive forms, right? Middle passive looking forms. Partially, sometimes active, sometimes middle passive, right? Good. Akuo is one of them. Akusomai is its future. Look at that. Oh, God. It's partially deponent. No big deal. That's all. I just want to introduce you to the term deponent. Right? The adjective autos, aute, auto. Look at how it's, you've got its morphology there, and I don't expect that you're going to have any problem with. You see those? Autos,
Yeah.
auto, auto. No problem. Right?
Yeah.
Look at how it's used at the bottom of the page. Ho autos poietes. The same poet, tois autois ergois, by the same deeds. So we've got it there, right? Attributive position turns it into the same. What about the predicate position? Look at the predicate on the next page, 318. Ho poietes autos. That's outside of the article. It's got nothing to do with the article, right? The poet, the poet himself. Then it becomes a self. Once you put it in the predicate position, it becomes self.
Yeah, that's what I'm most familiar with. I didn't know about like the same list.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Attributively, it's the same, right? The very person you and I are thinking about. It's the same dude, right? That's when it's in the attributive position. Yeah. Good. The hoi poietai autai, right? Oh God. Are they masculine or feminine? Autoi, they're masculine. The poets themselves, plural. Number 3, standing by itself as a pronoun. Now, look at how it's used as a pronoun. Epaideusamen. Yeah. We educated auton.
Yeah.
It's just a pronoun. Him. Yeah. Just a pronoun. He, she, or it. Who is it? Right. Auton. Okay. Look at the one at the very bottom. Egrapsanto biblion. Right. They wrote a book. Right. It's already in there. The nominative doesn't. Okay. We don't need to worry about that. Doesn't need to express. That's something modern Greeks do differently. So, look at temporal clauses on page 319. Look at those temporal clauses. Just take a bird's eye view. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 examples that ends on page 322. That last example on 322 is a future more vivid, right? Look down at how it's translated. Look at the examples on 322 of that future more vivid temporal clause. Epeidan eis teneson pimpthe.
Yeah.
After he is sent to the island, after he is sent to the island, tus politas didaxe, he will teach the citizens. Oh, God, what is going on? I thought with my conditionals I could use translation formulas and whatnot. Hang on a second. We're in a world of temporals. Do you understand? We're in a world where we're going to be determining which clause comes before, at the same time, or after as the main clause. Oh, God, it's a whole different ball game. Did you realize as you were reading this that it was a little bit did you get that feeling? You should have gotten that feeling you got when you were reading about conditionals to start with. Okay, there's a skeleton here, right? What do you think? Let's go back to page 319 and just look at what a temporal clause is. Temporal clauses are dependent clauses introduced by temporal conjunctions, for example, after, while, or until. They indicate a relationship in time between the action of the dependent clause and that of the main or independent clause. So that's what I was just trying to say. We're talking about actions as being simultaneous to that main verb, right? Or whether they took place and they give you prior action. You're faster than most, so I'm probably,
No,
help.
I mean, it helps to understand when you.
Does it?
Mhm, yeah.
Okay. Okay, fine. Then we'll keep going. But if I'm slowing you down, you need to tell me. So they
Okay.
define for us prior action, simultaneous, and subsequent, right?
Yeah.
Just look at the first example. Number one, the past definite temporal clause. All right.
Mhm.
The temporal clause uses the past tense of the indicative, but the main clause is also a past tense of the indicative. Give me an example. Epe or pede, when, after, plus the past tense of the indicative, all right, is your prior.
Mhm.
That's going to set up your prior universe. Now they're just saying, look, here's the conjunctions that you can use to set off this temporal reaction. So, honestly, as we're looking at this, trying to figure out how to translate these, the first thing you need to do is define which conjunction is being used so that you can put it into its overall scheme. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What is a scheme? What is a scheme?
Scheme.
Oh, am I screen sharing with you?
Yes.
Okay. What is a scheme?
Hmm.
It's the form, shape, or figure. Isn't that gorgeous? Just
Yeah.
look that over for a minute. Just look it over and tell me what kind of vibes it gives you, the scheme of things.
It's like envisioning a shape. Yeah.
Your bearing. What kind of bearing do you have, Madeline?
Like a bearing, like a creating, or like holding on to something.
Do you have the air of an artist? Is that what your bearing is? What's your character?
Yeah.
In what way
Manner.
do you do things? Your fashion, your manner, right?
Mm.
What is Maddalena's character? If we had to sit down and figure that out.
Where's my mirror? Huh.
Yeah, good. Yeah, nice. Gorgeous. Yeah, right? Bacchic. Look at number 7, though. Your scheme is also a figure in dancing. It's a gesture in dancing. Huh.
Mm.
Postures, positions. And then all of a sudden, you're into geometry and phases of the moon. What's your aspect? What is Maddalena's aspect? Okay. Do you see how each word just kind of blossoms into a whole? That's what the Greek is allowing us to do. And part of that doing is working through their concepts of temporal clauses. And we're on the first one, this past definite temporal clause. And I see that they can use epe or epe de, after or when, right? For prior action, prior to the main verb. Simultaneous action is hote, when. Hote, when. Let's look at the examples on 320. Epe to biblion egrapsen, tus politas e didaxen. That rhymes in English. What happens? Where's the main clause? Don't try to translate it. Just say, okay,
Okay.
what the hell? They're talking about temporal clauses, as being a type of subordinate to some kind of main clause. Well, where's our main clause here? Just look for the main clause, something that can stand alone. It doesn't need anything else. It makes sense all by itself.
Yeah.
And you get tous politas et didaxin. Yeah, he sheer it taught the citizens.
Yeah.
That's finished. That can be a complete sentence. He taught the citizens. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But after he wrote the book, it's not a complete sentence. It's not a complete idea.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a dependent clause, and it's just setting for you the temporal nature. All right? What is it? After he wrote the book, he taught the citizens because he was writing the book at a prior time, at a time prior to the main verb, to the action that we're all sitting here watching like a movie, right? God, seriously, people? Yeah. Try the next one. You read the next one and identify for me. Well, no, it's the same. It's the same main clause, right? Tous politas et didaxin. He taught the citizens. Now you're using epe, and it's when. When he was sent to the island, he taught the citizens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. After he was sent to the island, he taught the citizens. Seriously? How am I going to be able to differentiate these things, right? When you're in the middle of combat, it's going to be a little bit easier than it looks.
Yeah.
So if your action, those are all prior, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the action that you need is simultaneously, you're going to use that little haute, right? When.
Yes.
It works in English too. Haute to biblion egraphen. When he wrote the book, or when he was in the process of writing the book, he taught the citizens. That's simultaneous. All right?
Mm-hmm. It was happening at the same
Simultaneous.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay. That's our past definite temporal clause. Look at the next one, our present general temporal clause. And you're going to be tempted to say, well, it's like a present general. I want you to make those connections now, but I want you to notice how those conjunctions create really the focus of the sentence, right? The reason this is such a big deal is because the clause is taking over, saying, hey, I'm going to put us all into a specific time zone. We're going to talk about actions that are before and during and after the main verb. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm giving it too much emphasis. Look at the present general. What kind of temporal conjunctions do you use? You use epe don, after, when, or whenever, plus an aorist subjunctive. See how all of a sudden, you're not going to be able to do the tenses all that easily, right? You've got to think about which one this is. That's why we're flipping so much in this book back and forth. If you're doing the exercises, as you're doing those, you should be flipping back to these, saying which goddamn temporal clause is being used here, right? Always identify it by its conjunction. Here they're using epe don, and they're using hotan for simultaneous action, right? When or whenever. Okay, here's some examples. Here are examples of present general temporal clauses with prior action and with simultaneous. Prior action, epe dan este neson pimphe. Tous politas didaske. He teaches the citizens epe dan. Whenever, pimphe.
He's sent
Yeah.
to the island.
Yeah. It's prior. Tell me how that is prior. Please explain to me. Whenever he is sent to the island, he teaches the citizens. He has to.
Well, So
Go ahead.
the apodosis is present. But then what happens before that main verb is this clause saying
Yeah.
that, yeah, whenever he's sent to the island, that's happening before. That's just
He's got to make his way there. He's got to arrive on the island before he can do whatever he can do.
So it's past, so
Yeah.
he is sent.
Yeah.
And then
Good.
the simultaneous is also present, right?
Good.
Maybe like, see, when he's writing, he teaches. Yes.
Good. And then they jump to a past general. Okay, again, look at the temporal conjunctions epe, epede, and hote.
Mhm.
Right? Oh God! And what are they taking? Once the prior action takes an aorist optative. Oh no! Now I got to remember my optatives now, right? The simultaneous action takes present aorist optative. Oh, am I going to remember that? Oh God, no. Either choose between the two. Why? Because you're going to want to talk about the actions aspects. Good. Prior. Let's look at prior. Epe este nason pimtheye. Oh, love that thing. Beautiful optatives. Right? Tus politas didasken, excuse me. He taught those citizens epe. When what? Pimtheye. He was sent. Este nason. Good. We're just kicking it into the prior. Kicking it into the prior. But we have to use an optative now. Don't try to make sense of it, right? Notice if you're translating, because I'm emphasizing some things and you're like, you know what, that doesn't matter. But it does. Because if you're translating this out in the field and you pick this line up, you see that optative, you're trained to think, okay, what kind of optative is this? Is it in a conditional? Is it in a is it an optative of wish? What is it? If you don't notice that temporal conjunction sitting there, you're going to panic and you're going to try to make it into some kind of conditional. No, right? Notice that temporal conjunction and say, okay, they're establishing whether it's prior or simultaneous, right? Whenever he was sent to the island, he taught them. Look at the simultaneous. Whenever he was writing, graphoi. Duskin. It's all because of that main verb, man. We're having to push that. We're having to push that action around. Whenever he was writing a book, he taught the citizens. Whenever he was writing a book, he used to teach the citizens, right? Okay, good. Fantastic. Okay. I won't jump to the translation of the exercises until we look at the exercises and start identifying temporal conjunctions. It's really, look at page 322 and just look at the temporal conjunctions we're using. Epe, don, and hotan. We're using those repeatedly. We're going to have to determine. But this time we're using an aorist subjunctive. Okay, cool. And a present or aorist subjunctive, right?
Yeah.
Aorist as opposed to present or aorist. Okay, don't freak about it. That's why you come back to these charts. And personally, I think the textbook would be better off if they had created then a chart like they did on page 97 for temporal conjunctions. They did on 97 for the conditional sentences, right? Why didn't they do the same thing? I think they're starting to get lazy and say, "Hey, that's okay." And then we've got the example.
I made my own.
You made your own?
I wrote them down like that.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So you're employing the whole writing game as well.
Yeah.
For memorizing?
Yes.
Good. Good. That's the way. Now you wrestled with the genitive absolute. Right?
I don't know what's really going on here with that.
You said you didn't. Did you say you didn't? Do you dislike the genitive absolute? Is it some kind of Is it some
No.
kind of what?
No, I just don't understand how to identify it
Okay.
or really, yeah.
That's really remediable. You can
Okay.
easily find these things because of their genitival nature. Oh God. You're gonna love
Okay.
it. No, you're gonna love it. But I want you to actually read again, because I know you've already read it. Read that first
Mhm.
paragraph. The
Okay.
circumstantial, that one.
Okay. The circumstantial participles already introduced agree with nouns or pronouns expressed or implied whose case is determined separately by their function in a sentence.
So look at the examples, right? Thuon, ho hiereus, hupotudemu dimatai. Sacrificing, the priest is honored by the deme. Right? Sacrificing, the priest is honored by the deme. Good.
Yeah.
No problem. Do you understand what's going on there? The thuon is in the masculine nominative singular, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And why? Because hohireus is, right? So it's got to be the same. Look at the next one, luthintes, right? Set free, released. Homos, nevertheless. U thuomen. We do not sacrifice tois theos to the gods. And then they stretch that out into all released, although released, nevertheless, we do not sacrifice to the gods. Okay? Notice they're going to tell you exactly what I just said. The thuon agrees with hiereus. Right? It agrees with the subject of the sentence. Right? So go to the next page. To describe a circumstance involving a person or thing not otherwise connected with the rest of the sentence. They put that in italics. It's the most.
Oh no.
You.
223.
Oh.
Oh, Doc is back.
There he is.
Oh man, I apologize. It was ever since we got the new 5G installed, they changed the outlets around, and so we always forget to plug in our equipment. I apologize about that. We were just getting into the really interesting genitive absolute.
It was the italics on 323.
Yeah. Yeah, it's involving, the genitive absolute just has to involve a thing, not a person or thing, not otherwise connected with the rest of the sentence. And that's the key. That's the real cheat, the thing to learn about the genitive absolute. It's just completely detached, right? It's a phrase. And they say here it's going to consist of a noun or a pronoun, plus any modifiers, and a participle, right? And they're going to be in the genitive case. They're going to be in the genitive case, right? That's pretty much it. That's what you have to realize. It's a completely disconnected piece of information that helps to explain what's going on. And they tell you that the term absolute indicates the noun or pronoun, and the genitive absolute has no direct grammatical relationship to any other word in the sentence. Objects of the participle retain their usual case. Let's take a look. Thuontos tu hiereos aiga. Yeah. So just stop right there and just say, okay, do we have some genitives here? Yeah, we do. Thuontos, right? That is.
Same.
Yep. Tu hiereos, that is as well. Okay. So this is a priest in the genitive, and there is sacrificing, right? The priest sacrificing the goat, and then we get the main clause, Demosthenes upotudemu timatai. Demosthenes is honored by the people, right?
Yeah.
So it's literally with the priest sacrificing a goat, with the blanking. That's what you need to think. That's
Nice.
kind of the formula that you need to think of when you think of a genitive absolute. Look at the second one.
Okay.
Luthenton ton philon, right? With the beloved, or with the friends, luthenton, released. With the blanked, right? I used to memorize this one with the blank having been blanked, right? Our
Yeah.
friends released, nevertheless, right? We don't sacrifice to the gods, right? Okay. It's a genitive absolute. It's trying to explain to you, right? To describe a circumstance involving a person or thing not otherwise connected with the rest of the sentence. It's completely independent. Grammatically, has nothing to do, right? But it's going to explain. It's going to explain the environment. So you can see why Galen loves to use these things, because he loves to put extra emphasis on what's going on around the main verb. Under these circumstances, this drug does this and that, right? So he's using those goddamn genitive absolutes all the time. It's his favorite.
Nice.
Like, now, wait a minute though. How do we actually translate it? How do we refine? Do we refine it so we know what the author was trying to describe in the circumstances? That's what this paragraph answers. Like other circumstantial participles, the genitive absolute can have a temporal, concessive, or causal relationship to the main verb. Adverbs or other words accompanying the participle of the main verb can make the relationship clear. Genitive absolutes can often be expressed by clauses in English like while the priest was sacrificing, although our friends were released, right? Look at all the different ways just in English, right?
Yeah.
The city saved, literally, that's the genitive absolute here. With the city saved. With the city saved, something happened. The priest sacrificed. So when the city was saved, the priest sacrificed, that's temporal. Although the city was saved, the priest sacrificed, that's concessive. Because the city was saved, the priest sacrificed, that's causal.
Yeah.
The genitive
Makes sense.
absolute can express temporal, causal, and concessive forms. It's trying to tell you, right? This is trying to say, look, the genitive absolute is there to better determine the context. It's so strong, it can substitute for a protasis of a conditional. You can just slam one in to the protasis of a conditional, right?
Yeah.
The city not saved, we will not sacrifice. If the city is not saved, we will sacrifice. See how you can take that genitive absolute and just create for yourself a protasis for a conditional.
Okay.
If the blank, if whatever, if the city is not saved, if the bird doesn't fly, you're just creating those circumstances of a protasis, the if part of a conditional.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
Love it.
Nice.
And so, it's an extra tool in our arsenal to
Yeah.
to really try to make things clear. So on the rebound, what are we looking for? Looking back here, we're looking for some kind of verb that's been participialized into a genitive form. And then we're going to be looking for another genitive that's the subject of that verb.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what we're going to
Okay.
be looking for in that genitive absolute. And we're going to know that we can use it in one of those three ways: when, although, or because. When,
Okay.
although, or because. If you want to just stay general, you'll be safest. Notice they say here in the black, the city saved. With the city saved, the priest
Mhm.
sacrificed. Okay? If you want to
Yeah.
keep it just general like that, you're going to hedge your bets, right?
That's what I've kind of been doing when I was working through the exercises. I was like,
Yeah. And that's why they
yeah.
put this helpful little comment. Context will help to determine the meaning, right? So
Yeah.
if you just want to stay general with the blank having blank, when you come across a genitive absolute, you're just going to think, I'm going to get a couple of genitives. One's going to be a verbal form, one's going to be a subject, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to say with the blank having blanked, right? If you want to
Mm.
stay general, you're gonna be able to weasel out of a lot of problems. Okay. How do you feel having done all of that chapter? Well, how do you feel?
Uh, I like that. I like this chapter.
Do you like the setup? It feels pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready for some way overpacked sentences that are just
Yeah.
ridiculously too much? Can we just before we do that, can we before we jump into the exercises and really hit it and
Mhm.
try to get our muscles up there, can you just throw Chiron up there? He was a 4th century tragic poet.
Okay.
Okay. 4th century tragic poet.
Yeah.
And he said, Hapanta Nikai Kai Metastrefe Duche.
Mm.
Help me to translate that real Greek.
Um. Uh. So every win, every victory, every win. Um. Mm. La panda. Um. Is is apanta makes it like uh not
Yes,
win.
Hapas, Hapanta, Hapan. Right? Look it up in the back. Find it in your lexicon. Hapas,
Mm.
Hapanta, Hapan. Let's see.
Let's
Let's see. Where's it? Oh God. I left mine on the other side. You got a head start today. It's no
Yeah.
Hapas. First one to Hapas gets to spank the other one. Oh God damn it.
I beat you, Buck.
All. Well, I know it means all,
Oh, Cruz
but
beat us. Right?
yeah.
Quite
What is that? I
all.
said
It's 76.
apanta.
What's what's the difference between Hapanta and just Panta
Mhm.
here in
Yeah,
your
that's what I was
example?
kind of trying to ask. So
It's like a
quite.
it's like a little emphasis, little quite all as opposed to all. But that
Mm.
doesn't look like a subject to me, so don't make that the subject of either
No.
Nikai or
So
Metastrefe.
it's the subject.
Uh-huh.
Um. So um. So the metastrepsy is it saying like let's turn around?
No, metastrefe. It's a fee on the end there. You're looking at it like it's a
Oh,
C. No, it's a fee.
It is
So it's just it's first principal part.
okay. So the fortune changes,
Uh-huh.
um, and uh, I'll win.
Nikah. Nikai with that little iota subscript. Yeah, it's from Nikao. So it's Nikah plus A. So it's a third person singular
And
present. So just like metastrefe.
um,
Same subject.
they win. Fail.
No, it's the same subject as your metastrefe.
So
Read it backwards. Read it completely backwards. I'm sorry.
okay.
I should have told you, like a good devil, read it backwards.
So fortune changes and wins all.
Yeah, conquers all. Yeah. Fortune turns around, alters, right, and conquers everything. You realize that's completely backwards, right? It's
Yeah.
yeah. So, and this is Chiron. This is a tragic poet. So this is a quote from the stage. A quote from the stage. So your audience is listening to this music backwards. Think about that, right? Because the singer is saying Hapanta first.
Yeah.
So what is it with directional translation, right? Everything in English is built upon direction. It's linear. It's subject, verb, object. That's the order that it must be in. And that is a forward, our engine is facing forward and we pull forward. This is completely backwards. For us to linearly understand it, this is completely backwards. So either they're reading this backwards or they're not linear. And it turns out there's a lot of there's several advantages to not being linear. For example, the first and the last thing you see have the greatest impact. And what you see is everything and fortune. 2K and everything. It's what it's all about. Right? So people don't understand that there is something non-linear going on here. And unfortunately, when we translate it, we're using our linear operating system to do it. So we're supposed to be being triggered by 2K. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Let's go back to these crap exercises and see. Is there any one that you wanted to? They aren't crap exercises. They're just so contorted that it's asking you to do a entire routine. Each one is a routine. Let's start at the end with the ugliness of the ugliness and the stupidity, my God, of these people. It's so negative. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. 26. Let's try that one. If you haven't gotten that far, don't worry.
Okay. All righty. Kai Eichhorn, Toi Kai Afron Totus Gethrus
Estein oikion. Dexamenon. Tus filus apopempse. All right.
Look at this. Look at this is just okay. This is just fantastic. This is just fantastic. Where were you going to start here? I mean, appreciate some of the architecture.
Yeah.
All right. We got some
Mhm.
kai kai. We got a kai kai. Both of those are good. You know what I mean? We've got a participle, ace dexamenon. That's nice. Got a verb, apopimpsi. Looks like that's got to be our main verb, doesn't it? But what is it?
Yeah. Apo and then Pempsi put together.
What's that ending look like? Does that look indicative, subjunctive, optative?
I think it's I don't know. Is it optative? Okay.
Plug it into LSJ. What kind of optative? What kind of optative do you think it is? Present, aorist? What do you think?
I thought it was aorist.
Aorist optative. Okay, if it's an aorist optative, how are you gonna use it there? Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's an aorist.
Oh shit! Yeah, look at there's you see your aorist optative. You've got a third singular aorist optative active, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. But you notice that it can also be a second singular aorist imperative middle,
Yeah.
which is what we have been dealing with in this chapter, right?
Yeah.
So go back to page. Boom. Go back to page. First one there is the winner. Oh my God. Page 309. Page 309.
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah. Second singular, aorist imperative middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do it in the middling voice. Do it in the middling voice. Have them educated for themselves. You know what I mean? Hey, you. It's second singular, so hey, you.
So you um you have
No, it's an imperative. It's an imperative. So turn it into a command. Tell them to do it.
send
Apple.
some Oppo
Send away. Apple pimple.
away. Oh yeah, away from send away.
Yeah. Send away. Now go back to the beginning. Just line everything up. What are we sending away? Send away what? Send away icekron.
Name.
Yeah. Yeah, something filthy. Something filthy and afron.
Your shame. Yes. From. Is that a new one? I think that's a new one. Yeah, Afron is that foolish. Yeah.
Yeah. Something shameful and foolish, right? And they're both in the accusative case. So, okay. Send away something shameful and foolish, and then we get the article of what this shameful or foolish thing is. It's tall, And then they kick us in the balls with another article, twos. What the fuck? What's the tall going with? What is this shameful and foolish thing? You got to skip over the two throughs because that's then you get a prepositional phrase, eistain oikian. You got to skip over that.
It's the toe's gone with was it the participle maybe?
Yes, eistexamenon.
Examina.
Yeah. So it's the one who did what? The disgusting and shameful what? Eistexamenon. The disgusting and shameful one who received tous ecthrus.
All right. So what welcomed
Yeah, who welcomed what? Those ecthrus.
ecthrus.
You're my enemy if you're ecthros.
Oh yeah, ecthrus. I always remember that because it's like
Yeah.
hatred,
Yeah.
hatred or enemy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so welcoming, welcome the enemy
Who welcomed the enemy, eistain oikian,
in the house.
into his, you can say his house there, right? It's presumably his house. Into his house. And what did he welcome them in as? Tus filus.
As friends.
As friends. Fuck that guy, right? Apo pimpsai simpe. Right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. Now look at number 25. 25 is a question. 25 is a question. I'm looking for a question. I'm not even, all I'm doing is scanning it, right? And I'm teaching you to do the same thing. I'm not even trying to translate right now. The first thing I see is the AU on the end because my eyes scan the whole thing and I see the AU question mark. Oh, we've got a question mark, right? But I noticed the on. There's an on there. Oxyoimen. Oh, this is looking. What kind of verb is oxyoimen?
Oimen, oisen. So it'd be, is it that one?
Yeah. Could be an optative there, couldn't it? Now watch this. Plug it into LSJ, and I want you to be doing this.
Yeah.
Boom. Just confirm it. First plural, present, optative, active. Fantastic. What kind of optative do you think we have here? God, it makes my mind just jump because now we can get several. We can get several things going on here. It's a question. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could be one of those goddamn potential optatives.
Yeah.
Right?
Oops.
What if it's one of those A plus optative plus on situations? Could be something like that. I don't know. Okay. What about oxyuntes? Looks like we've got a participle in there. It's not a genitive absolute. It's not in the genitive case, so
Yeah.
okay. Let's go to our verb. Let's go to our verb
Yeah.
and say oxyoimen. What are we going to do with that?
Um, so we gotta see that it like what maybe what person it's in. So it's like third, right? No, um, mm, well, if if we then well if it's I don't know. Wait a second. Is it a then is it the we have to just identify like what the conditional is then, right? Um, it's a present present optative.
Yeah.
Yes, first person.
So you're
Singular.
wrestling with it, right? You're wrestling with it. It's like lifting those weights. You're wrestling with this, trying to figure out what's going on. You know your main verb. Where's your. How do we do the construction of oxyoimen on? The I don't see that this is a conditional yet. I'm not thinking that way at all. So
Okay.
what can we figure? Well, with an on, that's got to be that potential optative, which is back on page 175. And if you're looking at page 175, you'll see they're translating that potential as may, might, could, or would. May, might, could, or would. And we know that this is a question.
Yeah.
Uh huh. So
So it'd
try
be
that
asking.
and make
So
it that first person plural that we. Go ahead. Try a
um
should or try a should or could.
so well first of all it means to be worthy, right?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Does it mean to be worthy?
Yes, Dame Worthy. Oxio.
So um it would be may I and might may I be worthy?
Yeah, may, might, could, would.
Might, could work. Mm, mm,
Should we
should
deem
should we deem
the Sophrona,
the wise?
okay,
Yes,
worthy of
the wise.
something? Should we deem them worthy kaku?
Kaku's evil, right?
Yes. So we've got a something like should
Worthy
we,
evil
yeah,
or
should we deem the wise worthy of evil? Okay. A
uh,
or not. A or not. Right.
yeah.
Now, now the problem is we've got this participle.
Uh,
Oxiuntes. We've got a participle that seems to be substituting for something,
mm-hmm.
right?
Substituting for something.
This could be a conditional that's substituted out a participle, right? Oxiuntes. Since we deem the Aiskran, the shameful woman, worthy of Kalu, right? Of what is good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should we deem the wise woman worthy of evil or not? Okay, don't try to make like two,
Yeah.
right? But this could be a conditional disguised, right? We've got an optative with an on in the apodosis, and we have a substituted participle in the protasis. Our if clause has a substituted participle.
Right.
So something followed by an optative plus an on. Could this be an A plus an optative being substituted out for the participle? Yeah, it really is a should would originally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? If we should deem the horrible woman worthy of good, would we then deem the wise woman worthy of evil or not? Right? Okay. That's all. It's trying to show you there. Remember, you can substitute things. You can get that whenever you see that optative with an on, you know that you're either in that world of the potential or you're in that world of the future less vivid, right? They're both, we both translate them both as woulds. You would do something, right? Okay. Yeah, good. Good. Oh, God, we got a Hoya.
Oh
We
yeah.
got a Hoya and the one above it. Oh God. This is gonna be okay. 24. Read it to me. Let's do it. Another repetition on this one.
Okay. Hoya tondemon pesas. Dia tau ten aitian. Ho aner in pole peinon. Or mainon, sorry.
Yeah, Manon, good.
Mm,
Two, two,
so
two.
Hoya's Kago
Yes, good. Keep going.
and well, the pesos is a verb and means to persuade, right? And but it's describing the people.
People look like they're an object there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Mm.
Wrestle with it. Isn't it fun? I love the sound of students wrestling with Greek. It's gorgeous.
Good sound. Yeah.
No, I can hear you. It's music that's
Uh-huh.
invisible music. It's more than visible music. Yes.
Yeah. I wish I could have all my vocab down though. But mm. Okay, so all that means like because or further or
Good.
for the reason that uh the people were persuaded. Um
Look at my screen. Can you see am I sharing with you? Yeah, I think I am.
okay.
So for
Peace.
patho, to persuade. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Notice, like I think you identified it already. It's just the second, just the aorist. Just the aorist, but I do want you to notice that it is also a participle.
Yeah, it's got the us on it. So
Yeah.
which
So it can be a nominative masculine singular, right? Okay. I just want you to notice that as you're translating it. But again, that's why I want you to start using the LSJ as a tool. When you're coming across verbs that have multiple assignments, you can say which one, you can say, okay, I'm going to try it like this. I'm going to try it like this. Good.
okay. So it would be like persuaded people then?
Yeah.
Okay. Because the persuaded people.
No, it's still you as the subject. Because look, he's
Okay.
addressing he's addressing O Aner.
Oh yeah,
O
oh man.
Aner. Yeah, and Menon is gonna blow your mind. That one is not a
Yeah, I didn't even.
plug in that. What is Menon for fuck's sake? Menon, right?
Yeah, it's like
It's not what you think. It's not what you think. Watch.
okay.
Look, it's an imperative. It's an imperative. Oh, God. Right? Aorist imperative.
Yeah.
One-time action. Especially, it's a one-time action. It's a second singular imperative. So it's you do something. You do something. So this whole sentence is addressing you. It's addressing you. Pesos. Right? You persuaded because you persuaded the demos. Right? Right? Oh, Anair. Oh, dude. Oh, guy. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Because you did that, Menon. Stay.
Stay in like
Good.
or city.
Stay in the city. Good. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
stay in the city. Polis. All right, you got it. Hey, dude. Right, because you did this, stay in the city. Dia taltain dain ideon. On account of this, for this reason, on account of this thing, on account of this reason, stay in the city. Oh, God.
Okay.
right? All they're doing is
Mhm.
they're strutting their use of imperative, right? That's all. That's all.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's go to 23. Let's do one more. Actually, take a 10-minute. Let's take it's 9. It's 8 after my time. Take a 10-minute
Okay.
break. Take a
Mhm.
10-minute break, and I want to do more exercises, but I want to do the ones that you got through and had questions on, or that you had a chance to
Uh,
take it. If
uh,
you had any, if you had any
I
time
did
to take a look.
1 through I did 1 through 5, and then 15 is 17.
Okay. So we break for 10, we come back and we do 1 through 5, any of those that you want to do. You just randomly pick whichever one you want to start out with and strut
Okay.
your shit. You know what I mean?
I'll try. Yeah. All right.
Yes, you will. You will. You will. It's the exercises. We hate them, but okay. Let's
All
do
right.
it. I'll see you in 10 minutes. It's 19 after. Okay. I'll be there at 19. All right. Um, okay, where do we start, Maddalena?
All right. Maybe like 2 and 4.
Okay, 2 and 4. And the first thing I see in both of them is some kind of temporal conjunction,
Yeah.
correct?
Yep.
Okay. Take me back to the page it's on, please.
Temporal.
Temporal conjunctions. What page do we start on? It's on page 318, 17. 318. Which one is this? What do you want? 2 or 4 first?
You could do 2 first.
2. Okay. Which temporal conjunction are we using?
Let's see. Um. mm,
That's our for number 2 or 4. Which one are we doing? 2?
For 2. Yeah. So
Yeah,
2
goldfish. Memory of a
is
goldfish.
me or you?
No, me. Me.
Oh. Um. Boy, oite would be aorist optative. So, right? Yeah, I think it's like a past general temporal from.
Okay. If it's a past general, using hote, we're indicating simultaneous action with the main
Yeah,
verb, right?
yeah.
And what is our main clause supposed to be in a past general? It's supposed to be an imperfect indicative. Is that what we've got? Where's our main verb?
Um, do- oh, in the clause, you mean, or in the whole sentence?
Yeah, so the hote at the front,
Yeah,
indicates this is we've got some kind of temporal clause. So
yeah.
the temporal clause is itself hote philon haren aischra poi oite.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so
Uh-huh.
there's our temporal. Now we have to have
Mhm.
a main clause somewhere. So the rest of this is going to include our main clause. So just look for your verb hotugateres, hupoton tesofronon, kaiton dikaion panton. Nope, none of that. Uktimaste.
Uh,
There it is. There it is.
uh,
Uktimaste. So just identify etimaste. What is that?
Uktimas. Like, haven't been heard urban.
What tense is it?
Is a um
Hang on. Go to your LSJ. You don't know, or you're not. You just think it can be a couple of them. Oh, god damn it! Why are they not cooperating? Sometimes they don't. Okay. Anyway, we're not going to be able to use it this time. Go ahead.
Oh, it's Eris uh uh middle, right? Aste. So it'd be like yeah.
Etimaste. Etimaste. Okay. What is its first principal part? It's timao, right? As a matter of fact, we have timao back on page. Boom, go there. It's why we flip, because if you see it, it sticks. If you don't, it doesn't. Go back to the previous, I think it was, just the previous. Timao, it should just be in 10. No, Timao was 9. Timao was 9. Go back to 9. Boom. Boom. And go to page 233.
Okay. Oh yes. So present, subjunctive, middle. Stick.
No, not that present. Because look, it doesn't have an augment. That present subjunctive's got no augment. But here
You're
we've
right.
got
It's the imperfect. So.
yeah.
Okay.
So match it to something. It's imperfect, right? Imperfect middle passive. So yes, indeed, we do have a temporal conjunction whose main verb is in the imperfect. And that is what we're looking for back on, what is this page again? I'm sorry, I'm flipping back and forth. Back on 330. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me just get my bearings.
Mhm.
Okay, so we have a nice imperfect in the main clause. What is in our temporal clause? We're expecting an aorist optative. Is that what we have in oite?
Yes, that's what we did.
Yes. Yes.
That means that you may have done.
Okay, just don't try to define it. Don't try to
Okay.
define it. Okay,
All
right?
right.
All we're doing is saying, which kind of temporal do we have here? We've got a past general. So our hote clause is telling us that the action is simultaneous.
Oh, so it's
Go back to page 321. 321.
so it'd be
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's simultaneous to the imperfect.
so it's yeah, okay.
What is the imperfect? Etimaste. You were being honored, or you were honoring in the middle. Okay, let's just make it a passive. You were not being honored. Uk etimaste.
Oh yeah, I couldn't read my handwriting.
Oh, good. So you probably got it before. Okay, good. Okay, so if So if it's in the past, you were not being something. We just have to make the hote simultaneous. So make it
Yeah,
like an
so
imperfect.
so etimase is um have being honored, right? Is that what you said?
No, it just translated as a perfect. I mean, as an
Okay, so
imperfect, right?
imperfect.
Go
So
to page 321. Page 321
he
and
was honored.
look at how they're using um look at how they're using those imperfects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Edidaskin, he taught. He taught. So they're going to be doing the simultaneous, using the same. Whenever he was writing, he used to teach. So apply that here, all right?
Okay.
Whenever Puyote, whenever
Yeah.
they were doing,
They
I'm sorry.
were they were honored.
Yeah, it's not they though. What is the oite? Oimi, ois, oi,
Oh,
oimen, oite,
it's
oi. So it's second
no,
person,
it's
second
you.
person plural.
So
Hmm.
you may you may I've been doing.
Whenever you were doing,
We're doing okay.
iskra,
Shameful stuff.
shameful
Shame.
stuff. Yes. Now stop there and don't worry about the filo and chaden for now.
Okay.
Daughters, hey ladies, oh thugateres, oh daughters, whenever you were doing that iskra, uktimaste, you were not being honored.
Yeah.
You see how it goes
I,
along. That stupid temporal
yeah.
is saying, "Hey, I'm hitching a ride on the time of the main verb simply because of the hote. The hote is
Mhm.
drawing me in to force me to do this. When you were doing shameful things,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
So you were not being honored. Now, just fill in the blanks. Hupoton, sophronon, right? By the
by
what?
the wise.
Right? Kaiton, dikaion,
Yeah.
panton, and all the.
And of the just and all every um well they heard evil, right?
Uh-huh. Good. And they throw on a participle at the end, aku usai.
Not cool.
Why?
Oh, and
What are you doing,
hearing evil.
daughters? Yeah. Here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Hearing poorly. Kakos is your adverb there,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Since you can't frickin' hear, right? Now, again, this is, we're having to read a lot because all they're doing is they're packing this, right? They're just packing it down,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Do the next sentence. Dikaya un
Mhm.
pratusai axiotheta times. So we see
Justice.
here. Yeah. Go ahead.
Justice has not been guarded. Um, uh,
Where's your main verb?
let them axios
Good. And now
axiostate.
identify it. What is
What
it?
sate is a um is it um, hmm,
Wonder why they're not queuing those. Oh well. Sometimes LSJ. Okay, what verb is it from?
No, to think worthy of. To, I thought this one was one of the new ones, right? So new endings.
We gotta identify it, or we're not gonna know how to translate it, right?
Yeah. So
Okay. Oxyotheta. What about that ending, the eta ending? What can that be? On on page 311, they're emphasizing these freaking imperatives, right?
mhm.
So on page 311, under the aorist imperative passive on the way right side of the
Yeah.
page,
I see that.
we've got one example of it there, eta there, that it's a second person plural imperative, an aorist imperative, but it's passive. That's why it's got the theta there. Because the sixth principal part of oxio is axi.
Yeah, is that exists? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's an aorist passive
There's passive.
imperative.
Okay. So it would be like let. So I wrote so let them think worthy.
No, it's a be worthy.
Oh, be be worthy. Okay.
Yeah, be worthy. Be worthy of teammate. Be worthy of
Of
honor.
honor. Yeah.
Right? Now we can add the participle pratusai. It's nominative, so it's the daughters. Doing dikaya, just things. Oxiotheta times. Doing just things. Be worthy of honor.
Of
Right?
honor.
So when if you want to hedge your bets again with the participle, just doing just things, it sounds kind of because you are doing just things or by doing just things, right? Be worthy of honor. You want to the participle there is setting up for you the circumstances of what's going on because you're being doing things that are just, right? You're
Yeah.
you're now you can be worthy of honor. So be worthy of honor. Yeah, right. Just
Yeah.
trying to practice that imperative there. And these imperatives, we didn't go over the morphology together, but they're all there on page 311. They're all there. Look at those endings, and if you ever see the este or the esthone, and you think, wait a minute, this isn't it looks like a participle, but it's not really, and it's got an
Yeah.
estho ending. Well, yeah, that's because it's a third singular present imperative, right?
Yeah.
Present imperative, right? Be that
Yeah.
thing. It's in the middle or passive. So, okay. Good. Now you said you wanted, oh God, you threw us number 4 again. Okay. What kind of temporal is this?
Mm,
This crazy long sentence, this 3 lines,
mm.
and then a fourth, another sentence tacked on for third and fourth. That's ridiculous. Okay.
uh,
What kind of temporal you got?
mhm.
Your conjunction is hotan.
Yeah,
So,
whenever, right?
right? So as I'm looking through, look, where can this freaking hotan be? It can only be, it's isolated in certain places, right? So it's got to either be that present general or it's got to be that future more vivid. What's its verb doing? Hotan plus what?
Mm. Gra graphosi.
Yeah, what's that?
Uh, uh, may have written or to write, right? Or
Yeah, just what kind of verb? Is it indicative, subjunctive? What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Trying to figure that out. Good.
Um, mm, it's, oh, it's my bad.
Grafo. Grafo, grapso, egrapsa. Gegrafa, gegramai, egraphein. What is the graphosi doing? It's in that first principle part. So
Yeah.
is it indicative or subjunctive?
I thought it was a subjunctive.
It is. So it's a present subjunctive. You've
Is
got
it present?
hoton. Yeah, with a present subjunctive.
Yeah. Oh,
instead of an aorist, right? But that's okay, because for both of those temporals, in both the present general and the future more vivid, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be hoton with a present or an aorist subjunctive. We have a
Okay.
present subjunctive, so we're all good. Now, in the present general, what do we expect in the main clause?
Um, uh,
On page 320. Page 320, look at the present
in
general.
the main,
In the main clause. What do we have in the main clause?
so photon plus present subjunctive.
No. Okay, go to page 320. Go to number 2, halfway down. It says present general. This is what I'm looking at. I'm sorry, I should have been more specific. This is what I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's why I was reading.
Right, but well, I'm asking you, what is the main clause? What is the verb of the main clause?
Oh,
See how it says,
um,
you got
yeah,
it?
I see. Um,
See where it says it's the present? Do you see where it says it's the present indicative? It says verb of the main clause and then apodosis in parentheses.
yeah,
And then it says present indicative. So we're looking for a present indicative in our main clause of number 4. So is that what we have?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
no, because
No, it is. Look at boulontai. Everything up to that comma is a part of the temporal clause.
okay, that makes sense. I was just looking at the first 5 words. I didn't even they were there yet. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm trying we're trying to analyze the whole structure of that first long ass sentence.
Okay.
The everything from the hoton to the first comma on the second line, that is the temporal clause. The main clause is following it. Boulontai. So boulontai is indeed a present indicative. So that fits the pattern for the present general on page 320. And if we go to page 322, it doesn't fit the pattern for the future more vivid, because there the main clause has to be a future indicative. And we don't have a future
Yeah.
indicative. We have boulontai, right? We have a present. So we have a present general temporal clause, a present general, right? Does. Whenever somebody does do something, somebody else does something.
Okay.
So that's how we want to translate this. Okay, now I'm going to leave you alone and let you translate.
All right.
And this is misogynistic too, by the way.
Okay, great. Um, oh yeah, I see. Yeah. What whenever
Mhm.
um the book's author.
No, look at what is your subject? Hoi
Oh
poietai.
yeah. Um oh yeah. The poet.
Good. Poets, plural.
Yeah. Poets. Yeah. Um oh. The poet's book. May, mm,
No, try this. Try this. Try this. Whenever the poets graphosi biblia,
was written.
whenever the poets write biblia,
Right.
it's an accusative. It can be an accusative there. Whenever the poets
Okay.
write books, good. What are the books about? Petty
About
cockle.
evil.
Yeah.
About evil and um foolish woman's stolen
Yeah.
wine. What?
About evil, slow down a little bit. About evil and foolish women, right?
Mm,
And then we have a participle following it, kleptuson.
that's this
Kleptuson.
one.
It's
Yeah.
genitive. It's genitive
Oh,
because nikon is genitive. So it
yeah.
is just telling you what kind of women are these. These are the women who kleptuson oinon.
Who steal
Good. Who steal wine and who poiuson
and
aiskra.
who do shameful things.
Yes, right. Whenever the poets write books about those evil, foolish women who steal wine and do shameful things, bulontai, they do
They
not
don't
want.
want, yeah, they don't
Mhm.
want, um,
And who is the they? It's hoi neai.
the men don't want,
Mm-hmm.
uh,
To fulatain. The youth
the
don't want to fulatain. Good. To what?
guard,
Yeah, to guard what?
guard, um, the, the citizen,
Nomus. Remember what that nomus is?
oh, the law,
Good. The laws, plural.
the laws, of the citizens, or
Yeah, of the
police,
city. That's city there.
of the
Of the
city.
city.
Okay, yeah.
Good. 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 Good.
Um,
Whenever the poets write books about evil and foolish women who steal wine and do shameful things, right? The young do not want to follow the laws of the city. That's just the way it works. You write those books, and the young, they don't want to follow the laws of the city. Okay, good. So nice temporal there. You handled it. You handled it only because you figured out what it was first, and then
yeah,
you went back. Then you went back and translated, right? Okay, now it's
yeah.
leaving us with another sentence. Ekenus de me axioseta atlon intois agosin. Ah, what'd you get for that?
Um, that was confusing for me. I um And in fact, those who you don't think worthy of, um, um, mm, worthy of a prize.
Yeah, where's your verb? Fuck this. Where's your verb?
Yeah. Well, is Axios ate?
Yeah.
Or is
What
is
form is that?
well, mm, Osete. So
Oxio,
that
oh,
is,
oxio,
yeah.
exiosa. So, yeah, look at that eta on the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
So
is that? What kind of ending?
that that heiress,
Good. Aorist what? Indicative, subjunctive, optative, imperative? What kind of mood is that?
oh, I don't know. uh,
Are we trying? Are we trying to tell people not to do something? Me oxioseta. Do not
as the
deem.
perfect passive.
Yeah, do not deem worthy. Do not. It's just telling us not to do something, right? Do
Yeah, you
not
don't.
deem worthy ekanus, those knuckleheads, right?
Those, yeah,
Athlon, you deem
bleeding
somebody worthy of something, of prizes. Don't deem those idiots worthy of prizes in tois agosin, in the contests.
in the contest. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like the lead Augustine. Augustine, yes, yeah,
Yeah.
suffering.
Right? Okay.
Trouble.
Good.
Um,
Good. Good. Now notice as I'm scanning the rest of the ones that you did. Oh,
mhm.
here's one. Here's one, number 8. You did number 8, right?
No.
Oh, ladies. Oh, Gunai. Oh, God. What do I want you to do? Is I don't want you to translate it. I just want you to see it's got a hotan.
Yeah, hold on. Which
Okay.
is
So,
whenever.
so right away, you're already thrown into the world of the temporal. I just want you to notice that. Look what they tacked on to the end. We're just looking at structure. Look what they tacked on to the end. Ean gartuto poieses kaka pese. Look, those bastards just put a conditional right at the end. They just, right here we have
Yeah.
an imperative. Me bale, right? Nice. And we're going to tell somebody not to do something, or we're going to prohibit something or something like that. Aeon
Yeah.
God. Now, just translate. I mean, just identify it, not translate. Just
Yeah.
identify what kind of conditional this is. Eon plus
Mm-hmm.
what? Poieses.
We say, yeah, Aeon plus, um, uh,
Looks like a subjunctive, doesn't it?
uh, sure.
No,
uh,
yeah, it does. It does. It looks like a subjunctive, an aorist from poieo,
mm-hmm.
right? Poieo. E poiesa
Yeah.
is the aorist.
Yeah. So,
So
yeah.
we've got a nice subjunctive. So we have an eon plus a subjunctive, followed by pese.
Let's
Pese.
see.
Do you remember what pese is? We got to figure out.
Yeah.
Pese.
Isn't that like persuasion?
Yes.
Persuasion? Yeah.
Right. Oh God, they're not going to help us either.
Bad.
Persuasion. Patho. Correct. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what is this? It's not a present. It's a.
Is it imperfect?
Look at the principal parts. Look at the principal parts of
Oh, it's
Patho.
a it's got the sigma, so it's um
with a future ending, ois e omenete usi, right? So yeah, it's a future. You got it. So what is that aeon plus subjunctive followed by a future?
um is it a future more vivid?
Correct, Amanda. You got it. See, the circuits, we're already at 10 my time, 12 your time.
Yeah.
Here, I'm going to stop sharing. We're at 12 your time, right? You must be totally freaking exhausted.
And my brain's a little fried right now.
Okay. We just went to the third hour. You were able to get to the conditional that was sitting there because that's in your brain, right? Despite the fact that you're tired, it's just the logic that's ultimately going to bring it. That's the skill of translation. It has nothing to do with looking at a sentence and just blah, 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 blah. Right? You are analyzing it for its structure, and then you are translating based on your analysis. And that's why ancient Greek is so difficult. I should say that we have to do that simply because Greek is the way it is. That's how we have to think. Right?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
could not run into this otherwise. So I love it. I love the complexity. You were doing let me just say you were doing absolutely splendid. Beautiful job tonight with breaking stuff down, figuring out which one of these stupid temporals it is. I hate temporals because as you're reading a text, as soon as you get to that temporal conjunction, it causes your brain to kick into a chronic mode. And I think when we're raised with English, I don't think we're used to switching into modes now. I think we're just
Yeah.
linear and we just suck it up as it comes in and we just keep absorbing it, and we don't tell our brains don't tell us, okay, now we're going to be concerned with time as a part of the mechanics. Oh God, I talk way too much. Please talk for a couple of minutes so I can get some
Oh,
perspective.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's hard to figure out which one. I still have to memorize those endings and figure out what's what. Um, when they're all, it's like all blurring together at this point. So it's hard for me without seeing all of it like in front of me. It's hard to
Yeah,
identify that all on the spot.
yeah. It's so many forms, isn't it? It's so many.
Yeah.
When the TLG says that there's 1.5 million plus unique word forms, if you've ever taken ancient Greek, you realize there's so much flexibility in that word form that you can get all of these different types that I'm now going to have to memorize and keep them in my word bank. And the more you read, the more you will feel the subjunctive, as opposed to saying, I know it's got this form. You'll feel the form because it's lengthened. And you'll say, oh, it's
Yeah.
lengthened and unaugmented. I know it's kicking us into this subjunctive, right? That kind of thing will come with more reading and more reading. But right now, you have to memorize all those forms. I don't know how you can keep those in your head straight in a 4-week program. I don't know how. I don't know
Me
how you
either.
can do that.
I'm trying my best though.
So you're writing them down. Whatever you ultimately do, I'm going to use this with future students. So if you're writing them down, maybe that's an additional way to better cement them in your
Yeah.
brain. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, writing them down and then creating like a mental map has been helpful. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Mental map. That's perfect. That's what I needed to hear. Mental map. What about your oral vocal stuff? Do you shout out these things at all? Are you using that side of things, or are you relying mostly on
Yeah,
writing?
well, with to get past the verb initial hump, that was like what really helped me to memorize those. But as everything's been piling on, I haven't been able to memorize much past like um, you know, the
Okay.
passive in the middle. But and vocab is really easy. I do that. I basically just split a piece of paper in half and write all of them on one side and then do it until I can audibly remember them, but forwards and backwards. And yeah.
Yeah, you have no problem with vocabulary. It's just rare for you to miss a word. Um, which I don't know. When you're memorizing, is there anything you're doing? You say you put half the page, just cover half the page and do that. That's
Yeah.
pretty standard. You must just have a good memory to be able to retain that vocabulary.
Yeah. And word associations maybe, but um yeah, well, if I'm picturing while I'm saying what the word is, so if I'm picturing something related to what it means, and I can relate the English to the sound of what the word is in Greek.
Mm.
For example, that word that means enemy or hatred, that in the beginning,
Mhm.
it's like that sound of disgust. So that always helps
Yeah.
me like trigger the memory, I guess.
Right. No, I know what you're doing. It's that kalos kakos thing, right? When you hear that kak, you think bad. When you hear the kal, you think good. And they use this over and over, juxtapose these two things. For some reason, that kappa running into that kappa, just because of the way it's formed phonetically or something, in the mouth or something, causes some kind of right? Like the echthros, right? That's, yeah, ugh, right? It's also the same thing with the ice. It's a little bit of that in there too. So yeah, I like that. I like that. So keep it up, whatever you're doing with the vocabulary. Otherwise, there's a lot of forms,
Yeah.
and we may reinforce those. We'll be reinforcing those with more reading. For
Yeah.
next time, I want you to focus. This is Unit 12, right?
Yeah.
And for Unit 12, I want you, if you can, to
Mhm.
go to. I know this is going to weird you out, right? Because look at this. We're already on page 350, right? It's a lot. It's a lot of
Yeah.
text. But on page 363 for this unit,
Uh-huh. Oh my God.
we get Euripides from the Bacchae. And I want you to be able to read the Bacchae, because if I showed you the first 10 lines of the Bacchae, I would wreck your world. I mean, that's just what the text does. If
Yeah.
you can read the Bacchae and um, should we do the Sophocles? Do just A and B. I want you to do A and B. Get them perfect. A is super short. B is only a couple of lines. But do we need to do the Electra? If you take a look at Electra and for some reason you really want it, we'll do that one too. But I may throw us the opening of Euripides. If you do that section, if you do those couple of lines of Euripides, I'm going to open up the beginning of the play itself, and I want you to look at those lines. And it's gonna make the exercises look silly, first of all, but they're necessary. And it's going to open up. You're really going to love it, right? Yeah, you're going to love it. Don't read it before then, because I want to do it with you. Okay.
Okay. I want.
Unit 12, we'll see you tomorrow, and I will. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'll send you a link for a 5-minute Lady Babylon, because the people want to know how you're doing and etc. Good?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And you can have a speech. You can have a speech ready, or you can just say, "Hey, I'm back and things are great."
Okay.
It's up to you.
Okay, thank you. Cool.
Okay.
At
Okay.
what time? Um,
You know what? I don't want to keep you late, so I'm going to keep Lady Babylon tomorrow from 7 to 8 my time.
okay.
If we can
Okay.
start at like let's say 8:30, that's 10:30 your time. I can get us
Mhm.
done by midnight so you can,
Okay.
cuz I don't want I'm aware of that.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Sounds
All
good.
right. We'll see you tomorrow. Is that okay? Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Or because I
Yeah,
can
that's
move
fine.
Lady Babylon too. I can do Lady Babylon later.
I mean, that's good. That's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, good. Cool.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow then.
Cool. See you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Doc.
Thank you.
Goodbye,
Thank you.
everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night.